Good day there, friends. How are y'all doing? I'm the only Sir Cracker, and this is podcast number 1. I guess I shouldn't even call it a podcast, really. It's not really a podcast. It's more of a vlog. Just me talking to myself and thinking out loud. That's pretty much all this is. I never know where it's gonna go, and I never know what I'm gonna do, but I just talk to myself because I'm good at talking to myself. Actually, I'm better at talking than I am talking to myself. I can sit and have a conversation with any stranger for hours on end. All I have to do is find some interest that they have and then just learn all about it. Oh my gosh. So a lot has happened in the last month. We moved out of our house, and last month I moved all of my dirt and barrels and buckets and all the gardening supplies, everything out of my backyard. And I'd say about 90% of it went to my good friend's house. And then the other 10% of it went to my mom's house. And now we're living out of an RV. Actually, to be more specific, it is a cab over. It's got a queen size mattress up over the tongue, and then it's got a day bed that I built across from the kitchen. There used to be a little kitchenette that turned into a bed, but we got rid of that and turned it into a day bed. We find if we are gonna eat and stuff, we usually sit on the couch and eat, or the kids sit on the floor and eat, or whatever. Anyways, when the weather's nice, you can sit outside on a little picnic table or camp chairs or whatever and eat outside. So it wasn't super important for us to turn it back into a kind of a nook, kitchen, eating, dining nook. So yeah, that's what we did, and we moved. And throughout the whole process, I've tried everything I can to continue, uploading videos of my garden and what's going on and my preparations in the garden and all that kind of stuff. And for a while there, it was really difficult, especially through the month of May. It was really difficult to do any video uploads, just because it was constant moving. And then all of the videos that I release now on Saturdays of roaming, they're about 2 weeks behind, and it takes about that. I gotta have at least a 2-week buffer because I gotta do editing and all that kind of stuff and find the time to do it. So, but I'm kind of, I don't know. It was. Honestly, we watched a lot of YouTube videos, my wife and I, on people remodeling or restoring or tweaking with RVs, and we didn't really like what we saw. There wasn't anything to show the process so much as it was just to have fun with. And we saw a video of a family building they call it a Muzart studio, but it's earth and bag building, and they dug a big hole in the ground and gave it a basement and everything. And we thought, wow, we really like how that's filmed, so that's how we're going to do our RV with Sir Crackers on the go. And so that's the way we're filming it, and we like it. I think we're now up to episode 8 now, and we're going to change some things up a little bit because other people have caught on that we've moved, and so in our videos, you can see, the last video anyways, you can see that we haven't moved yet, so we're going to do a video of us moving. And put that in there. I was like, hey, we moved. Hello, by the way. But it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun to live out of this RV while it's under construction, and you know, try to figure it all out. It's been a blast. Our goal was to get this thing done before summer hit, so that we could take it camping and not have any stress of having a house or paying a mortgage or any of that kind of stuff. And didn't quite get finished with the RV. We're still working on it, and we've got a ways to go yet. But this coming weekend is my wife's birthday. It's on Monday this year. Father's Day, of course, is Sunday, like always. And every year I talk about doing something special for her birthday. And this year I've done just that. And I'm not going to tell you right now. I will tell you probably in my next podcast. But I'm going to take her on a overnight trip. We're going to get in the car, and we're going to drive towards Montana, and we're going to be out of cell service the entire weekend, and she's going to have a blast. It's going to be amazing, and I'm so excited about that. So that's what's going to happen this weekend. Next weekend is going to be our first camping trip of the season. So that's going to be a lot of fun because the kids are out of school. Their last day of school is on Monday. First camping trip of the season, and we are going to continue to camp. At least we're hoping, crossing our fingers, we're hoping to continue to camp all summer long. That is our goal, is every weekend to go camping. I don't know if we're going to be able to go to the same place over and over again, or we're going to go to like 4 or 5 different places and then just keep reusing places after a while and come back or what. But I want to go camping every weekend as much as possible. And if we can't go camping for one reason or another, I want to do everything I can to spend time outside with the kids. You know, go ride our bikes on the Centennial Trail, or, you know, even if it's in the neighborhood, go and do something, anything. Staying home and watching TV on the weekends is not my idea of fun. Yeah, so I definitely want to get some more gardening stuff done. I have just come up with a decision. I finally have made the decision that I am going to move the majority of my pepper plants outside, and let them grow out in the full sun and enjoy the hot summer. And there will be a slow transition of moving them from their green pots they're in into 5-gallon buckets. So I've got to start going and getting 5-gallon buckets from my buddy's house and bringing them to my mom's house so that I can start putting dirt in them and growing in them. So that is the plan. That is the goal. I'll have to be doing it during the week if we're going to be going camping and doing stuff on the weekends. So I have to find a way to plan out my days a little bit more so that I can get the gardening stuff going. I think after probably it'll be about 2 weeks time, and my garden will be in full swing, and I won't be adding any new plants to the garden. But I say that knowing my personality and knowing my addiction to plants, there's always something new. There's always adding something to the garden. That's just the way it is. So, yeah, that's what's going to happen. I'm going to add stuff to the garden, and yeah, the Carolina Reaper I want to leave it in the house under grow lights. I'm going to put it, I'm seriously putting it in a bigger pot, but I don't know. I mean, I got to look and see how the roots are doing, pull it out and see how the roots are doing. But thinking about putting it in a bigger pot. And I'm thinking about having 2 other varieties as well in the house. But you know what's really funny is I'm not really head over heels in love with any of these varieties that I've got. Well, that's not true. There's one variety that I just got. I have a seedling for it, and I'm really kind of excited to watch it go. I don't remember the name of the pepper. It's a sweet pepper, and it's longer, and it's shaped kind of like a jalapeno, but a bigger, longer jalapeno. And full ripe. It's supposed to be like a burgundy color, and then it's got like scars all up and down it. So I'm thinking about growing that in the house. That would be one of my options. I really don't want to grow a bell pepper. You know, bell peppers taste good. I like the flavor of bell peppers. It's just they're so common. Bell peppers are everywhere. I mean, you go to the grocery store and that's pretty much all they have is bell pepper, ancho peppers, maybe some Toronto, and then Toronto, you know what I mean, and maybe some jalapenos. That's usually about what the grocery store holds. So my interest is really to have something else that's different. The one pepper that I'm regretting that I didn't get to grow this year that I really wanted to grow was the Twilight Sparkle. I grew it last year, and I could have swore I saved seeds from it so I could grow it this year. And somewhere along the line, I didn't get to harvest the seeds from the Twilight Sparkle, but it was a really awesome pepper. It had a lot thicker flesh, had a nice sweet flavor, and it just was really a pretty kind of shape to it. Almost like a cone, and it had kind of a white, purplish kind of coloring to it. It was really kind of cool. So maybe I'll grow that one next year. Also this year too, I want to go in and harvest seeds off of all of my plants and save seeds because I want to be able to continue the tradition for next year. And grow them out next year. However, I think I'm going to do it more like what RevTo does it, and grow them in the double cup system instead of the green pots, and give them the nutrient solution and that kind of stuff through the double cup system. A lot less soil to worry about. Yeah, they're a little more root bound and that kind of thing, but that's okay. I'm seriously thinking about going that way. The other thing I'm thinking about doing, if I don't do that, is to do a more like a deep water culture, or DWC, hydroponic system. You know, they keep changing the name of what it's called. Cracky, I think, is the new term. But it's just basically where you use like something like a Folgers can or something like that, and you put the water and the nutrients in the can, and yeah, it's pretty simple. Right now I've got a tomato plant in that style system with an air bubbler, and it's doing amazing. So I'm thinking that's the way I'm going to go. Also, I just took a cutting off of the Carolina Reaper, trying to root it up. I'm going to probably attempt to do it first with the Carolina Reaper. I'm kind of excited about it, actually. I think I'm gonna go to the dollar store, though. They've got these really awesome containers. They're green lidded containers. I think it's a gallon. I think each one's a gallon container. And I think I'm gonna put some net cups in them and do that. I'm definitely gonna be painting the bottom of them so I don't get any algae growth. And I've been looking at a lot of this, I think it's called Flora Mix or whatever. It's a 3-part nutrients that you can use for hydroponics. And I've seen people use them a few times, and I think that's what I'm gonna do is probably use the Flora Mix. There's also Jungle Juice is another variety or brand that's kind of the same thing. It's also a 3-part. So I might go that route. I'm not sure. We'll see as time goes on. And it'll be within the next week or two. I'll start that process because I think that's what I want to do. Is move over to that. That way I can control the nutrients a little bit better. I don't have to worry so much about the plant drying out and then wilting and it going into stress. So I think I can control the environment, the climate, and the situation with them a little bit better that way too. Also, with only having 3 plants on my grow table, it'll give a little more air circulation to my plants. So hopefully that will help with bug issues and bug infestations. As you all probably know, I have had an issue recently, a lot of an issue with spider mites. They are a real pain in my derriere. And fungus gnats. I've had fungus gnat issues forever. And hopefully that will get rid of those as well. So that's kind of the plan anyways, is to do more of a hydroponic system with my peppers. And the thing with this is it's really flexible. I can grow them this way for a while, and if I decide I don't like it, I can always take a clone and switch back to the dirt. So it's a process to get them, to get it. But if I take a clone, taking a hydroponic root system and putting it in dirt is probably a sure way to kill your plant. But if I take a clone off of a hydroponic plant, and I can root it up in dirt and it'll be fine. So that is the way I think I'm going to go with it. And also too with the Carolina Reaper, the main plant that I have going now, she's been in the house now for, I want to say, about 2 years. I'm going to continue growing it in its pot. I'm not going to take it out of the pot. I'm going to leave it in the pot. Its clone will be be in hydroponics. So, but yeah. Anyways, if you have any ideas or suggestions for topics or things I can talk about here on my little audio podcasty thing, I don't know if technically it's a podcast, it's a YouTube video, but if you have any ideas or suggestions or anything like that of what I could talk about, definitely leave it in the comments section below. If you find anything I'm saying or anything I'm doing interesting, you can always download. Excuse me. For some reason I'm yawning today. You can always download my podcast to MP3 version, and you can listen to it, on your own time. And of course, share my video or audios or whatever. Share. Share my little creations with your friends. If you know of a community on Facebook or Instagram or something, that is might be interested in some of the things that I talk about or I'm talking about, please feel free to share those with people, and trying to get the word out, about what I'm doing, and that kind of thing. And always like, subscribe, blah 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 blah. God, I'm rambling. I do have as most of you know, I have a Facebook group, and I don't post to it very often, but it's pretty active. I've got a lot of people who do post to my Facebook group. It's called Sir Cracker's Garden. And anybody can join. It's open to the public. Anybody can join. And it's a place where you can go to ask questions, share photos and images of your garden and what you've been growing and what you've been doing and that kind of thing. And there's a ton of experts and I wouldn't, maybe not necessarily experts, but a ton of avid gardeners who I'm sure have come across the same issue that you're probably coming across. So if you have a problem or an issue, definitely go over there and share your question or your concern or whatever you want to in there. And me garden, you garden. So feel comfortable. Feel free to make it your own. I know there's a lot of people who would love to have a YouTube group or a Facebook group or gathering kind of thing, but they don't feel like they have enough content or anything like that, so they don't post or share or they just don't feel like it's the right thing for them. Those people are the people I'm looking for. If you want to have a part of something, but you don't feel like you're a complete package, go check out Sir Cracker's Garden on Facebook and make it your own. Add your content to the mix. Everyone is more than welcome to post and do whatever they want. I mean, let your heart go wild with it. So that's pretty much it for all of the social media stuff. I don't do Instagram. I don't do Twitter. I don't do a lot of these, what do they call them? I do some Pinterest, but not really. It's kind of whatever. It's more for the wife than it is for me, because she does Pinterest like crazy. But I don't really do social media. I'm not a big social media fan. I've actually stepped away from Facebook for the most part. I just don't have any real interest in it. It's always the same stuff. And be honest with you, for me, it had a lot to do with the election this year, or last year's election in November. Leading up to the election and all through it, and then afterwards, and I just, it was too much. It was too much drama, too much, and so I really pulled back and got away from it. So my personal Facebook, I don't really post at all. I really do stay clear of it. My friends will tag me and stuff and post stuff, but if I'm going to be on Facebook, I'm going to be in groups that I like, especially things, like my Sir Cracker's Garden page or group, or other gardening things. Julie's Allotment is one that I frequent a lot. I don't write in it a lot, but I do visit and look at what's going on in there. I'm very fascinated with that. The Horticulture channel, the horticulture has a thing too. The UK Here We Grow has one. So there's a lot of different groups that I do look into and I watch. But usually where I'm at is YouTube. I am a YouTuber through and through. I've been with YouTube since 2009, and I have 3 YouTube channels currently that I maintain and I love, absolutely love. Other than just this one, which is gardening, I also have another one called Surreal Cinema, and so I do a lot of movie reviews and that kind of stuff there. And just recently, a good friend of mine, Carol, and I have started doing Doctor Who review, where we start from the very beginning and we're working our way through every single episode of Doctor Who in chronological order. And yeah, it's awesome. We're having so much fun with it, and so that's what we're doing, and it's a blast. I have not released any of those videos yet. They're still in edit mode, but we did just now finish the Aztecs episode 6 with William, and I have to just give you a spoiler. It was amazing. They did a really good job with it. You know, for the time period and the type of cameras and the setting and the budget and everything, they did great. They did a really good job. So anyways, and you can find out more of that as time goes on. That video will be released, and I will try to remember here on Sir Cracker's podcast to let you know about it when it comes up. So, all right, well, that's pretty much it. I've been rambling on this whole time. I've made it this far. This is awesome. All right. I want you all to have yourselves a fantastic rest of your day. Go outside, get in the sun, spend some time in the garden, be who you are, and just absorb the fact that you're alive, you're breathing. And be thankful for what you do have in this world. Don't dwell on what you don't have. That is my food for thought today. And I just want to wish you all a fantastic day, and have a fantastic evening, and you know, be well. So until next time, I'm the only Sir Cracker, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.